If you love rock and roll and chart-topping hits, you might be surprised how many of the biggest #1 songs in the US were actually cover versions. From iconic anthems to unexpected reinventions, cover songs have a special place in music history, sometimes even surpassing the originals in popularity. In this video today, we'll dive into some of the most memorable rock and roll covers that climbed all the way to the top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart, or the mainstream rock tracks chart, or even the alternative charts. As always, let me know your thoughts on these covers in the comment section below, and whether I missed any songs on this list. Before we get started, be sure to hit the bell notification icon and put all notifications on. I hear from a lot of my subscribers that they don't even get notifications when I post my videos. I would greatly appreciate if you guys did that. Our first song is Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal, which was released in 1988 as the single from his landmark album Bad. Quickly became one of Jackson's signature tracks. In the United States, Smooth Criminal peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and spent 15 weeks on the chart. Internationally, the song achieved #1 positions in countries such as Spain, Belgium, Iceland, and the Netherlands. While not the highest charting single from Bad, Smooth Criminal has endured as a fan favorite, renowned for its innovative music video featuring Jackson's gravity-defying lean and his central role in the film Moonwalker. Then in 2001, American rock band Alien Ant Farm released a cover of Smooth Criminal as the second single from their album Anthology. Their energetic nu metal interpretation transformed the song for a new generation. The cover became a major hit, reaching #1 on the US Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart. The single also charted in the top 10 in Europe across several countries and helped propel Anthology to platinum status in the States. Alien Ant Farm's approach to covering Smooth Criminal was rooted in admiration and not parody. The band initially played the song as a warm-up at some of their gigs before recording it in the studio. When it came time to produce the music video, which included numerous homages to Michael Jackson's career and persona, the band sought Jackson's approval. They submitted the video to him, and Jackson objected to a scene featuring a child in a surgical mask, a nod to Jackson's own public appearances. At Jackson's request, the band reshot the scene without the mask, only for the King of Pop to later decide that he preferred the original version with the mask on. The back and forth cost the band both time and money, but ultimately, Jackson gave his blessing to the project. The band was also set to perform at Jackson's 30th anniversary celebration in 2001, but it wasn't clear why they actually didn't show up. I Love Rock and Roll was originally written by Alan Merrill and Jake Hooker and first recorded by the British band The Arrows in 1975. Despite its catchy hook and classic rock feel, the Arrows version did not initially achieve commercial success. The song's fortunes, however, changed dramatically when Joan Jett, inspired after seeing the Arrows perform on UK television, decided to take a stab at it. Joan Jett first recorded I Love Rock and Roll in 1979 with the members of Sex Pistols, including Steve Jones and Paul Cook. The first version was released on vinyl in 1979 on Vertigo Records as a B-side to You Don't Own Me. But it was her 1981 re-recording with her band The Blackhearts that became a rock anthem. Released as the lead single from her album of the same name, Joan Jett's version soared to the top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart, holding the #1 spot for 7 consecutive weeks in 1982. It became the 3rd biggest song of that year in the US, and was certified platinum for shipping over 2 million units. That single's success helped propel the album to go multi-platinum. The song's success was further cemented when it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2016. Jett's rendition of I Love Rock and Roll is celebrated for its stripped-down, punk-infused sound and her confident, rebellious delivery. The music video featuring Jett and the Blackhearts performing in a gritty bar received heavy airplay on MTV and became iconic in its own right. The commercial triumph of I Love Rock and Roll transformed Joan Jett's career, establishing her as a major solo artist after her time with the Runaways. While she continued to release successful singles such as Crimson and Clover, which went to #7 in the States, and I Hate Myself for Loving You, which went to #8, none of these matched the massive impact of her signature hit. Decades later, I Love Rock and Roll remains a staple of rock radio and pop culture. Love Song was released by the English rock band The Cure as the third single from their 1989 album Disintegration. Written by frontman Robert Smith as a wedding present to his wife, the song stands out for its direct and heartfelt lyrics, expressing enduring devotion despite distance. Smith described it as an open show of emotion, noting that it was the most straightforward love song that he'd ever written, and that it took him years to feel comfortable expressing such feelings so plainly. Commercially, Love Song became The Cure's biggest US hit, peaking at number 2 on the Hot 100 in October of '89. It's their only top 10 entry of their career. It also reached number 2 on the Modern Rock Tracks chart and number 30 on the Mainstream Rock Tracks chart. In the UK, it peaked at number 18 and landed in the top 20 in Canada, as well as Ireland. The song has been certified silver in the UK and gold in New Zealand. Its enduring popularity is reflected in numerous covers by artists across genres, including Adele and 311. 311 recorded their version of Love Song for the 2004 Adam Sandler film 50 First Dates. Their cover reimagined the track with a reggae-influenced style, aligning with the film's tropical setting. The idea for the cover came from actor Adam Sandler himself, who wanted classic 80s songs reworked with more of a reggae feel for the soundtrack. Sandler specifically requested 311, feeling that their song Amber captured the vibe that he wanted. Amber is the color of your energy. Vocalist Nick Hexum quickly produced a demo which Sandler approved for the film. 311's cover achieved significant commercial success, going to the number 1 spot on the alternative airplay chart, and it was the band's second song to top this chart. It also went to number 59 on the Hot 100, their only entry on the Hot 100 chart of their career. It also went to number 7 on the adult pop airplay chart. The single was later certified platinum in the States. The song also appeared on 311's 1993 to 2003 Greatest Hits compilation. The music video, directed by Mark Core, features the band performing in a bar with the version tied to 50 First Dates, including a cameo by former Cure member Lol Tolhurst as a bartender. Nick Hexum has spoken about the cover's origins, crediting Sandler for the idea and expressing appreciation for the opportunity. Hexum recounted how quickly the band put together the demo and how Sandler's enthusiasm led to further collaboration on the soundtrack. Mony Mony was released by Tommy James and the Shondells in 1968. The song's title was inspired by a sign for the Mutual of New York building that Tommy James saw from his apartment window. The track features an infectious upbeat rhythm and a sing-along chorus, making it a staple of late 1960s pop rock. The original version peaked at number 3 on the Hot 100 and reached number 1 in the UK. It became one of the band's signature hits and remains a classic of the era. Billy Idol recorded a cover of the song for his 1981 EP Don't Stop. However, it was his energetic live version that was released in 1987 that became a massive hit, topping the Hot 100 chart. Idol's cover amps up the rock edge, featuring driving guitars and his trademark sneering vocals, turning the song into a raucous party anthem. It became Billy Idol's only chart-topping single in the US. The song also became a staple at parties and sporting events, known for the crowd call and response chant during live performances. Killing Me Softly with his song was originally written by Charles Fox and Norman Gimbel, inspired by a poem from singer Lori Lieberman after attending a Don McLean concert in 1971. Lieberman first recorded the song in '72, but her version did not chart or achieve widespread recognition. Killing me softly with his song, killing me softly. The lyrics reflected the emotional impact of hearing a singer who seemed to capture her own feelings and experiences, a theme that resonated deeply with listeners. The song gained international fame when Roberta Flack covered it in 1973. Flack discovered Lieberman's version while on a plane, and after seeing the strong audience reaction during her live performance, decided to record her own take. Flack's soulful rendition became a massive hit, reaching number 1 on the Hot 100 chart, as well as topping the charts in Australia as well as Canada. It also peaked at number 6 in the UK.
Killing me softly with this song, killing me softly.
Her version ended up netting her a Grammy Award in 1974 for Record of the Year and Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, cementing the song's place in pop history. In 1996, the Fugees released their own reinterpretation of the song, simply titled Killing Me Softly, on their album The Score, with Lauryn Hill on lead vocals.
Killing me softly with this song.
Their version fused hip-hop rhythms and reggae influences, sampling A Tribe Called Quest's Bonita Applebum, and it introduced the song to a new generation. By the way, guys, let me know if you want me to do a history on the Fugees. I've been thinking about doing them for a while on my channel. The Fugees cover became a global phenomenon, reaching number 1 in over 20 countries, including 5 weeks atop the UK singles chart and breaking airplay records. In the US, it topped the R&B airplay chart and was certified triple platinum. The Fugees version even won the group a Grammy Award for Best R&B Performance and remains one of the best-selling singles of all time in several countries. Both Roberta Flack's and the Fugees renditions are celebrated as classics, each bringing a unique interpretation to the song's powerful narrative and emotional resonance. The Sound of Silence, originally titled The Sounds of Silence, is a folk song written by Paul Simon and first recorded by the American duo Simon and Garfunkel in March of 1964. The original version was a stark acoustic track featuring Simon's intricate guitar work and the duo's signature vocal harmonies that was recorded for their debut album Wednesday Morning 3 a.m. The song's haunting lyrics were penned by Simon when he was just 21, and they evoke themes of alienation and the inability of people to communicate emotionally, a sentiment further emphasized by Art Garfunkel in later interviews. The initial release of the album was met with little commercial success, but unbeknownst to the pair, the song caught the ear of producer Tom Wilson, who added electric instruments and drums without the duo's knowledge. He soon transformed it into a folk rock hit that topped the Billboard charts in 1966.
By the flash of a neon light.
51 years after its original release in 2015, the metal band Disturbed issued their cover of the song. Disturbed's cover hit the number 1 spot on the Billboard Hard Rock Digital Songs chart and Mainstream Rock Tracks chart, and it's their highest charting song on the Hot 100, peaking at number 42. The music video for the cover, meanwhile, has been viewed over 1 billion times on YouTube, and their live performance on Conan O'Brien's Late Night Show on TBS has been viewed over 150 million times, making it the program's most popular video on YouTube. Then in April of 2016, Paul Simon gave the thumbs up to the cover after seeing the band perform it on Conan. He sent Disturbed frontman David Draymond an email, with Draymond publishing it on the group's Facebook page. The email read, "Really powerful performance on Conan the other day. First time I'd seen you do it live. Nice. Thanks." Draymond posted his response and shared it to social media, in which he wrote, "Mr. Simon, I'm honored beyond words. We only hope to pay homage and honor to the brilliance of one of the greatest songwriters of all time. Your compliment means the world to me, us, and we are eternally grateful."
Touch the sound of silence.
Turn the Page is a 1973 song by Bob Seger. It was originally released on his 6th studio album back in '72, but it wasn't issued as a single until years later on his Live Bullet album.
All the same old cliches. Is that a woman or a man? Here I am on the road again. Here I am on the road again.
Metallica's heavy brooding take on Seger's Turn the Page became one of their most beloved and popular covers, and even earned praise from Seger himself.
It was great. They told me they were going to do it, and I loved it. You know, I really like the drums especially, you know, because our drums are really simple, and oh, what a cool take on it. It's been done before. I won a Grammy in Australia. Another guy did it in Australia.
The cover even spent a record amount of time atop the mainstream rock tracks chart, where it was #1 for 11 consecutive weeks. Where I live, it's one of the few Metallica songs I hear on constant rotation on the one hard rock station we have.
Walk into a restaurant, strung out from the road.
The music video for Metallica's cover was directed by Jonas Ackerland, and it was shot in a documentary-style format and was even submitted for some film festivals as well. It featured adult actress Ginger Lynn. It tells the tale of a single mother living in a motel with her daughter, working as a lady of the night. The video, however, caused some controversy as some women's rights groups were upset over Lynn's job in the video. That brings us to the end of today's video, guys. Let me know in the comments section if I missed anything, and I can always do a part 2. We'll see you again on Rock and Roll True Story sticker.